Hi everyone, welcome to the Diana and Luis show. Today we're going to talk about something that, and I talked about in my other video that I posted earlier about relationships, but this time we have two people's views. And we've all known people that are in bad relationships, right?
Yes.
And they stay in bad relationships and they come to us for advice. And I've talked about a lot of advice about how I get tired of hearing their BS. But what do you think, in your opinion, when you have a person in a bad relationship, what's the best advice you can give them, in your opinion?
I don't think that really there's any advice that you can give that will help them unless they want to help themselves.
Okay, how about people, because I have people that come up to me like they know they're in a bad situation, but when they feel addicted to somebody where they repeat a cycle. Now I remember Dr. Phil said once that, the people that usually say, oh, if you've gone person to person to person and they've been bad to you, you're the problem. You're the one repeating the mistake. But he said no, because sometimes there are predators out there that see a weakling and like you just become easy targets for them and they come after you.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That's something that you like.
I think.
So how would you say, like, if somebody who knows, okay, I know they might be cheating on me, or I know they don't treat me like I should be treated, they don't, you know what I mean? They're being unfaithful. And they're asking, they're not, sometimes they're not even asking, they're just dating, right?
Yeah. And you know what? I think it takes two on everything. Whether he's cheating on you and you, the signs are always going to be there, and it's up to you if you see them and ignore them, or if you see them and do something about it. Whether it's move on, confront them, whatever it is, it takes two. Yeah, the guy might be cheating, which really he's at fault.
But we know, like, other friends from 2 years ago where they were just disrespectful to the women, remember?
Yes.
And so, well, these women particularly, they didn't see anything wrong with that, because I think they were used to being treated like that.
That way, yeah.
Where it was like, it was funny to them or whatever. That
yeah, it was like, haha, you're so funny, when really it was kind of awkward for us to watch. And we're like, what? Why do you let him talk to you like that? Or, vice versa, whatever the case was. But it was just, they were used to it. It was the lifestyle that they lived. And you know what? I was in a bad relationship before my husband, and it was the same thing. But now I look back and I'm like, you know what? It was both of us. Like, he did it to me. He treated me bad, and I stayed. And vice versa, I treated him bad, and neither of us walked away. It takes two.
How about revenge? Because I hear a lot of people about talking about revenge. Now I'm a Scorpio, so I feel naturally I'm a vindictive person. So like, if you do something bad to me, and it's hard not to take pleasure in somebody doing something bad to them or getting revenge. Like, I've never been the one who goes scratch your car, like nothing illegal, because you know what, you're not worth it to me.
Yeah.
But I've heard people that are very vindictive or hurt. How do you think is the best way to recover? Just either going back into the game and start dating again? Or
no, I think that's the same thing. It's kind of like you're going to be on a rebound. In the long run, you're going to hurt yourself more than you even hurt the other person. The other person's already probably moved on and actually living their life rather than just trying to get back at you. So I think the best revenge is just be happy. Just be happy with yourself, be happy with what you do have, and that's the best revenge, I think.
Well, how do you, like, when we go through sometimes you go through your own downs, and this is just individually speaking, what makes you happy? What do you think can help somebody to get out of the depression without having to do medication, when it's not that bad? Because I think we all go through ups and downs.
Yeah, we do, and it's like, that's just life. Everybody has struggles. Everybody has things, in their personal life.
What do you do? Like, you know how they say you're supposed to love yourself, like Maya Angelou says, never love somebody that doesn't love themselves. That's like taking clothes from a naked person. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
How do you feel you love yourself?
That's
Do you think
hard.
you love yourself?
I think I do.
And what do you say? They say actions speak louder than words. What actions do you do to determine that you can say, oh, I do love myself because I put myself first here, or I do this?
I do dedicate time to myself. I read a lot. To me, that's what I take pleasure in. I will sit there
That's
and
yourself, not selfish activity, but for your own growth.
For my own growth, yeah. And it's not always just, I do like reading books that are inspirational.
And it must be harder for you because you're a mom and you're working and you're a wife. So is it hard for you to find that time?
It's harder to find that time, but I make sure that I take that time, whether it's just, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, I take that time for myself every day. And I feel like that's my time.
And it's crazy because somebody for me who's been single for so long, like, I love myself too much that it's hard to let somebody else in and start, like compromising, sacrificing.
Yeah.
Do you feel in a marriage that does it work fluidly, or do you feel like you're compromising, sacrificing a lot?
You do have to compromise. It's never gonna be fluid. I mean, there's gonna be times where it's just easier than other times, but there's always gonna have to be compromise. Especially,
You see, it's hard for me because I've been
Yeah.
26 years of my way or the highway. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
for me is gonna be kind of
And
hard.
I was like that, that's why I think me and my, the bad relationship that I talked about, that's why it was always so hard, because for me it was my way or the highway, and so was with that person. So it was just not gonna work out. And now
Do lists ever
I
help you
learned.
out? Do writing lists, do you think that helps you out? Because
I
people write lists, the
Yeah.
good, the bad, or when they argue, sometimes it's better to write it down and words. Because so when you write it down, you process it in your mind what you're writing down. And it can be less hurtful. You think and you analyze it. You know what I mean? I've noticed that
Yeah.
too. When you write a letter or an email, you sit there, you read it, like, is this really what I feel? Is this really what I say? Is it smart to do it? Have you ever done that?
Yes, well, actually, not like writing a list, but like, for example, if me and my husband are having an argument and over, texting, and I'll text him and I'll read, make sure that there's everything that I wanted to
You
say. And
double
I'm
think
like,
it before you send it.
never
Yeah.
mind, that's too harsh. I'm not gonna send that. So yeah, it does happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
I don't know. For me, and I think I noticed with you for Facebook. I don't know if it's, what do you call it? Your own time. I think is that you love nature. You always talk about going hikes and walking, all that. Is that another thing you do for yourself? Or?
Yeah, I do. You know what? I just recently started doing that. I mean, I always liked it. I'm not a runner. I'm not a hiker. I don't like exercising. But I do, like, every Monday when my husband gets out of work, we try, not always, but we try to go for a walk or a hike or something.
That's good. So you guys let us know what makes you happy, and love yourself
Yes.
before you love anybody else. And it's hard sometimes to love yourself. I think we're so self-critical
Yeah.
that we can put ourselves in a hole of depression.
And
It's like,
sometimes also it's not just that, it's also you feel guilty for loving yourself, and don't feel guilty. You have to love yourself. Sometimes I'm like, this time that I'm reading or hiking, I could be doing something else, spending time with my kid, which really is important too. But you have to love yourself.
yeah, you are special in your own way. You should be valued. And that I feel like, that's why I say, being selfish helps, because once you know you're valuable, what you're worth, then
you can share it.
You can share it. You're happy. You're exciting. And I admire that in people that are so self-confident and not egotistical, like, Kanye West. That they are so consumed about themselves. And it's like, let's talk a little bit about that. Kanye West and Kim, you heard about them dating?
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I don't know how that's going to even work out.
Are they going to have a celebrity fairy tale 2 wedding?
I doubt it.
Will she interrupt her midway? Hold up. My vows are better. That'll be pretty interesting to watch. I'm saying, like, they got paid allegedly $40 million to renew their contract. And if he's on the show, I'm definitely going to be watching. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be watching for Kanye West and Kim and how it works out. Because I think they're so very self-centered in their careers. Like, Kim is all about her. Oh, poor me. I work too much and I am working for this man. I have to wake up. And I do understand it must be work doing all those interviews and, running those stores or whatever she does.
I feel like, I don't think she has a life. I think that is her life. And
because I think she likes the attention. It must be nice to be photographed and, be made feel special. And so I think she's addicted to the limelight, spotlight. And lucky for her, the people, they do hate her, but even your haters, support you. They're watching your movies or not even your shows. And she's gonna come out in the movie with Tyler Perry. She got a lot of heat for that. I think she's also coming out in a TV show.
I give her props. She's a smart entrepreneur. I mean, she's making money no matter what way you put it. She's making money, and really, isn't that what most people
and as long
want
as
to do
she's not
anyways?
hurting anybody in the process of selling drugs or killing people,
Yeah.
it's like a lot of people hate her, but it's like you gotta realize, why are you hating them? Because your life is miserable, but why? You have to think back, why is your life miserable? Because you're not doing anything with your life, so that hate doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
So anybody that does something for themselves, from either low to high or whatever way that is legal, even if it's annoying as hell to other people, you shouldn't be hating on them. Concentrate on your own future.
Yeah.
So that is episode 2 of Diana and Luis. Thank you for watching, you guys. Bye.